We will learn practice set 3.3 question number 2 to simplify. So now we are supposed to simplify this. So let us first find out the factors of both the numerators and denominator. So let us first find out the factors of 27. The factors of 27 can be written as 3 multiplied by 3, that is 3 3s are 9 and 9 3s will give you 27. Divide by the factors of 125, that is 5 5s are 25 and 25 5s are 125. So this is how you can find out the factors. There is another way of finding out the factors is either you can use prime factorization, that is you can find out the prime factors. 3 9s will give you 27, 3 3s will give you 9 and 3 1s will give you 3. So that means these are the factors of 27, prime factors. So we have written the prime factors. Now same for the denominator, that is 125. So we will find out the factors of 125. 5 2s are 10 and then 5 5s are 25. Then again 5 5s are 25 and 5 1s are 5. So these are the factors of 125. So similarly you can write it down over here. Now after this writing down the factors, now you can write it down as 3 raised to 3 and this will give you 5 raised to 3. So you'll know the law, that is a raised to m upon b raised to m is equal to a upon b raised to the whole raised to m. So this, using this law, we can write it down as 3 upon 5 the whole raised to 3. So using this law we have written. Now in the next step you can easily take out the cube root of this number. So the cube root of this will be 3 upon 5. That means the cube root, in short students, the cube root of 27 is 3 and the cube root of 125 is 5. So this is the final answer. This is how you are supposed to simplify. You are supposed to find out the cube root. This is the similar sum. First we'll find out the factors of the numerator. We can use prime factorization. That is, let us write it down 16. So the smallest prime factor is 2. So 2 8s are 16. 2 4s are 8. Then 2 1s are 2. So these are the factors. You can write it down. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8 and 8 2s are 16. So we'll write it down over here. All the prime factors we will write it down. Then we will find the factors of 54. So let us find the factors of 54. So it is divisible by 2. So we'll start with the smallest prime factor. 2 2s are 4. Then 2 7s will give you 14. Now this number is not divisible by 2. So we'll divide it by 3, the next prime number. So 3 9s will give you 27. 3 3s will give you 9 and 3 1s will give you 3. So here we have got the factors of 54. So let us write it down. After writing it down, in the next step, before you write, if you see 2 is common in both the numerator and denominator, so it gets cancelled. So we are left with this numbers in the numerator and denominator. So now we have 3 numbers in the numerator and 3 numbers in the denominator, the same factors over here. So we can write it down as 2 raised to 3 and 3 raised to 3. Now this is in the form a raised to m and b raised to m. The same law, that is, we know this law is equal to a upon b the whole raised to m. Using this law you can write it down as 2 upon 3 the whole raised to 3. So the last step, the answer will be 2 upon 3. So this is how you are supposed to simplify it. The cube root of 16 is not 2 over here and the cube root of 54 is not 3. but we have simplified over here. We are supposed to find out the factors, and we have this eliminated the same number in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So this is how, when you simplify, your answer will be 2 upon 3. Here in this question, the cube root of 729 is already given, that is 9, which will help us in order to find out the answer. And we are supposed to simplify this, find out the value of this, that is cube root of 0.00729. So first let us write down the given information. This is given already, so we'll use this later on in the further step. We'll write down the question asked. Now if you see this is in terms of decimal. So now we'll convert this decimal in the form of fraction. So let us write down. Here the number over here is 729. Now if you want to convert this into a fraction, you will see after decimal how many decimal places are there. So let us count. Here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 decimal places. So over here we'll write it down: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is how you will convert this in the form of a fraction. So this decimal number is converted in terms of fraction. Now we can easily find out the factors. As you all know, this was the given information, that is the cube root of this 729 was 9. So we'll write it down here, 9 3 times, because if you multiply this 3 times, 9 into 9 into 9, you will get 729. Similarly over here, if you see, here we have, if you multiply this 10, if you see this number is the cube of 100. So we'll write down 100 3 times. So 729 is the cube of 9 and this number is the cube of 100. So we'll write it down as it is. Now again the same step, that is 9 raised to 3 and 100 raised to 3. Now we'll use the same law that we used for the previous two questions, that is a raised to m upon b raised to m is equal to a upon b the whole raised to m. We'll write it down using this law, that is 9 upon 100 the whole raised to 3. Now after writing it down, we know that the cube root of this 729 is 9 and the cube root of that denominator is 100. Now this number is in terms of fraction, so we'll convert this again in the form of a decimal. So let us convert this in the form of decimal. So here in 100 we have 2 0 over here, so after decimal we need 2 digits. So I'll write it down as 0.09. So this will be your final answer.